Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Tom Benson, Johnny. Feel like traveling?
Not particularly. Why?
About 6 months ago, we wrote 2 policies. A man and his wife, Harrison and Maida Langley. Double indemnity. $125,000 each.
You got a death claim already?
No, but we're liable to. Got a letter from the underwriter. Says Langley claims somebody's trying to murder both him and his wife.
Where do I go?
Sundown Rubber Plantation, Kuala Lumpur, Federated States of Malaya.
Well, I should have my passport around here somewhere.
the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund and another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Friends, the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum present these weekly adventures of Johnny Dollar because they know that millions of you enjoy Johnny Dollar. That's true of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, too. It's enjoyed by millions, day in and day out. People find that chewing on a smooth, delicious piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum somehow makes time pass more pleasantly. Whether you're working, driving, shopping, or just taking things easy, that good, tasty chewing gives you enjoyment and satisfaction. So always keep a package of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. And whenever you want a refreshing, delicious treat, chew a stick. You'll like it. You really will.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Washingtonian Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the terrified Tuan matter. Expense account item 1, $1,043.50. Airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Kuala Lumpur. I checked into the Coliseum Hotel and then walked over to Batu Road and the offices of George Allister, the rubber and tin broker who doubles in brass as your Malayan representative.
Oh, filthy climate, Dollar, filthy. No man in full possession of his God-given senses would ever live out here. I don't understand why you came.
Well, you wrote about the possible forthcoming murder of some policyholders, Allister.
Oh, yes, the Harrison Langley business. Utter rot, this talk about murder. Dismal obsession of disordered mentality. I wrote that letter only in the line of duty.
You don't think there's anything to it?
Oh, beastly nonsense. Jungle's breaking Langley down. He's a weakling to start with, no moral fiber. Turn that fan up a bit, huh? Yes, fellas disintegrating under the strain of trying to run that rubber plantation.
Then there haven't been any attempts to kill Langley or his wife?
Oh, sheer delusion. Concepts of a diseased mind. Checked with the police. No reports made. Oh, Jungle's got him. That and the filthy terrorists.
His plantation's in terrorist country?
Sundown some 45 miles north of here. Everything north of Kuala's in terrorist domain. Filthy blighters. Ambushing traffic. Attacking villages, plantations. Murdering, burning, slashing rubber trees. No man's in his right mind would live in this filthy country.
Yeah. How do I get out there?
I hire an armored car. Only way to travel through the jungle. Take your own chances, though. Might be blown up by landmines. I won't take any responsibility.
I'm not asking you to.
You make your investigation if you have to, Dollar. Won't get you anywhere. Utter waste of time. Then go back home to the States, out of this filthy climate, beastly country.
Uh-huh. If you hate this country so much, Allister, why do you stick around?
Good question. Asked myself that many times. Always came up with the same answer.
What's that?
Making too much money.
Well, that sounds reasonable. Expense account item 2, $120. Rental of a 1949 Ford, completely equipped with armor plating and bulletproof glass. The jungle trip was hot, but fairly uneventful. And only the barbed wire enclosure and the armed Malayan guards at the entrance to the sundown plantation gave evidence that this was anything but a quiet, peaceful land.
Good afternoon, Tuan. May I have your identification, please?
Yeah, sure. Here it is.
Tuan Dollar. You are here to speak with Tuan Langley?
That's the general idea, yeah.
I think perhaps it would be wise for you to speak with Tuan Crawford first.
Crawford? Who's he?
He is the plantation overseer, Tuan.
Why should I talk to him instead of Langley?
Tuan Langley is not well at the moment. He is still suffering from the shock.
What shock is that?
His wife, Tuan. She has disappeared.
Well, in that case, if you don't mind, I think I'll see Mr. Langley. Through the screen door, I could see part of the interior of Langley's house. There wasn't a sign of anyone around, but it looked cool and inviting in there. Too good a bet to pass up.
You take one more step into this house and I'll kill you.
Well, thanks for the warning.
I mean it. Every word of it. You're not going to murder me the way you did Maida. No, not a bit of it. You didn't expect me to be waiting here ready for you when you came sneaking in, did you? No, I'll bet you didn't.
You win on all counts, Langley. Now, suppose you put that thing down and let's start talking sense.
Not a move, I said. I know your kind. Sneaky, tricky. Try to get me off balance.
Look, my name's Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator. Washingtonian Life sent me out.
You're lying. George Allister told me they wouldn't do anything about it. Wouldn't send a man halfway around the world to help me. He was right.
I've got my identification here to prove it.
You have identification?
How do you think I got past those guards at the gate? Here. Take a look for yourself.
What are you...
Thanks. 38 caliber Webley, isn't it?
All right, go ahead. Use it.
I think I'd rather have a drink first.
Over there, the liquor cabinet.
Thanks. You might take a good look at those papers while I'm mixing one.
But these papers say you're Johnny Dollar, an insurance investigator working for... Why, I'm sorry, Dollar. Dreadfully sorry. Please accept my apologies.
Forget it. Now, suppose you tell me what this is all about.
Oh, it's been a nightmare, Dollar. Constant threats against my life. Terrorist raids. Living in fear 24 hours a day. Sleeping with a gun at my side. Seeing this plantation ruined before my very eyes. And helpless to stop it. It's no wonder I'm not responsible for my actions.
Langley, it's not your plantation I'm interested in right now. It's your wife.
Maida?
Well, she's disappeared, hasn't she?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course she has. Good Lord, man. What do you think's got me all upset this way?
I was beginning to wonder. Well, let's start with your wife and go on from there. What makes you think that she's been murdered?
What's the trouble here, Mr. Langley? Trouble? One of the yard men told me you heard a shot fired.
There was, accidentally.
Guns don't go off around here without a reason, mister.
There's nothing to get excited about, Crawford. Mr. Dollar's an insurance investigator.
Insurance investigator? So the vultures are gathering for the feast before the body's even cold.
That's enough, Crawford. Nobody's asking you for your opinion.
I don't need to be asked about something like this. If Mrs. Langley was my wife, I wouldn't be wasting my time talking to insurance men.
Then let me remind you that Mrs. Langley is not your wife. Even though I'm certain that two of you wish she were. Why, you dirty little...
Okay, Crawford, hold it. If you've got anything to say, suppose you tell it to me.
Yes. That's a good idea, Crawford. Instead of my saying anything, why don't you tell Mr. Dollar all you know about the disappearance of my wife? That might help clarify things in a hurry.
Okay. I'll be outside in the Jeep, Mr. Dollar. I'll take you on a personally conducted tour. That way you'll be sure of getting the truth from once.
Well, there's part of your answer.
Yeah? How's that?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Crawford's in love with my wife. They've been carrying on behind my back for months. If anyone has a motive for trying to kill me, it's Crawford.
Yeah, or it could be the other way around.
That's been going on for 3-4 months now, Mr. Dollar. This crazy idea Mr. Langley has that somebody's trying to murder him and his wife.
What makes you think somebody isn't?
Hey, he says he gets threatening notes and telephone calls. Only nobody else has ever seen them or heard him talking to anyone.
Uh-huh. Now, what about Mrs. Langley?
Oh, he was driving her nuts. Walking around afraid of his shadow. And carrying a gun every place he went. Spying on her and me. Trying to find out if something was going on between us.
Now, was there?
If you knew Mrs. Langley, you wouldn't even think of asking that question.
But I don't. And I'm still trying to find out what happened to her.
Well, I'll show you. There, you see where the barbed wire's been cut? Those young rubber saplings have been slashed?
A terrorist raid?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Well, what's this got to do with Mrs. Langley?
The guard who met you at the gate, Bandar. He found the fence and trees that way, making his rounds this morning. He also found a sleeve torn from one of Mrs. Langley's blouses. It was covered with blood. And no one has seen Mrs. Langley since last night.
You figure the terrorist took her with him?
I think Mr. Langley staged the whole thing to make it look like that.
Yeah, why?
He's in debt. The 50,000-pound note on the plantation's coming due in 60 days. His wife's insurance would cover that nicely.
Well, it's an interesting theory. Let's go back, huh? Where's Mr. Langley, Bandar?
He has left for Kuala Lumpur, sir, some 10 minutes ago.
Why? Did he say?
Oh, no, sir. I only know that Tuan Langley received a telephone call, and then he left.
Did he leave any message for me?
I do not know if it was a message, sir, but he made some strange comment concerning yourself.
Oh? What was it?
He was rather excited. I did not get all the words, but it was something about giving you something to really investigate.
And that was all?
Yes, sir, that was all. Then he took a .45 caliber automatic from the gun rack and left.
Where's the phone, Bandar?
Yes, that's right, Dollar. I did speak with Langley a few minutes ago. Nothing important. Just a routine business question about a shipment of rubber.
You're sure that's all it was, Alistair?
Well, of course, ma'am. What's the matter, Dollar? Is filthy heat getting you down, too?
Did either of you say anything about Mrs. Langley?
Maida? Yes, she was mentioned casually.
Casually? And he didn't tell you that she's disappeared, possibly been murdered?
You being serious, Dollar?
Did he tell you anything about it?
No, not a word. Matter of fact, I was the only one who mentioned Maida. Perfectly casual reference, as I told you.
Well, what did you say, Alistair?
Merely that I just finished having a drink with her at the Coliseum bar.
Friends, here's a suggestion that'll help you go through a busy day feeling more relaxed and satisfied. From time to time, especially when you're feeling tense or under pressure, chew a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. You see, chewing is a natural way to get rid of some of that pent-up tension. Chewing on a good, smooth piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum not only helps you feel more relaxed, but also gives you taste enjoyment. There's lots of refreshing, delicious flavor in Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. You'll really enjoy it. So do what millions do. Always keep Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy and chew some every day. You'll feel more relaxed, and you'll get more enjoyment out of the things you do. Next time you're at the store, get a few packages of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
I managed to get back to Kuala Lumpur in about half the time it had taken me to get to the plantation. George Allister was still grumbling about the climate, the country, and being involved in the Langley affair.
Oh, confound it, Dollar. I told you Langley was disintegrating, but I didn't think he'd ever take a gun and go hunting his wife to kill her.
Has he tried to get in touch with you?
No.
But he knows you saw Mrs. Langley at the Coliseum bar.
Why, yes, I told him that on the phone.
Did she say anything about a raid at the plantation? About an attempt to kill her there?
Oh, not a word. Claimed she was in town on a 2-day shopping trip. Seemed cheerful and happy.
And she's staying at some hotel, huh?
Mm-hmm. Room 22 at the Crown House. Small, reasonable rates. She usually stays there when she's in town.
Mm-hmm. Well, you better call the police and brief them while I'm on the way over. The sooner Langley's picked up, the better.
Yes, of course.
Oh, by the way, Alistair, you wouldn't happen to know who holds that 50,000-pound note against Langley's plantation, would you?
Why, yes. I own the note. Why?
Just curious. There wasn't any sign of the Koala police in the Crown House lobby, so I went right up to Mrs. Langley's room on the second floor. Whatever preconceived ideas I might have had concerning what Maida Langley would be like didn't even come close.
So you're an insurance man, Mr. Dollar. That outfit of yours must have a hole in its head, sending you all the way to Koala because of those crazy ideas of Harry's.
You don't think there's anything to him, Mrs. Langley?
But nothing. The lad got himself into a lather over that crummy plantation that's riding his back. Been working too hard, that's all.
You think that's all there is to it? Overwork?
What else? All he needs is a good long vacation away from that stinking plantation.
What went on out there this morning?
What do you mean?
Well, you were at the plantation when the terrorists made that raid, weren't you?
Oh, that, sure. I'm getting so I don't pay any attention to those things anymore. They're happening all the time.
Where were you when it took place?
My room, packing for this trip to town. Why?
Well, both your husband and Crawford have the idea that somebody staged that raid in order to kill you.
Kill me?
They both said you disappeared right after it.
Well, sure I did. I drove to town.
Anybody see you leave?
Bandar was at the gate. He let me out. And Harry knew I was coming here.
Your husband knew that?
Sure, Harry's going to join me here. This place has got a kind of, well, you might call it sentimental feeling for us.
Oh, yeah? How's that, Mrs. Langley?
I was staying here when I first met Harry. Lots of show people stay here.
Oh, you were in show business?
Oh, couldn't you tell? Sure. I was traveling around the Orient with a girly show. Nothing big time, you understand, but it was a living. Funny how those things turn out. Never figured I'd wind up someday being the wife of a rich plantation owner.
Must have been quite a change.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Just another chorus cutie on the make who managed to snag herself a gold mine.
I didn't say that.
Well, don't. I happen to love that guy of mine. When he meets me here, I'm going to make him take me to Singapore for a month. Just the two of us. A real vacation. And then he'll forget all this crazy business about people wanting to kill him and me. Everything will be okay then. When we get back, we'll go...
Get down!
What was...
Get down!
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah. You didn't get started on that vacation soon enough. The shots had come from the rear of another hotel, just across the alleyway from the Crown House. When I got over there, I found just about what I'd expected. A room filled with babbling tenants, the smell of burnt cordite, and an excited room clerk.
Yes, Tuan. It was a gentleman who rented this room. He had registered here 30 minutes ago. I do not understand why he's not here now.
Happen to remember his name?
Oh, yes, Tuan. I take great pride in my work here. I remember the names of all the hotel guests.
Well, I'm only interested in one. The man who rented this room.
Oh, yes, I remember quite distinctly. He registered here under the name of Harrison Langley.
I went back to Maida's room to get her out of there and under police protection. I could have saved myself the trip. She was gone. I spent the next 3 hours going round and round with the Koala police. Eventually, they decided they'd try to pick up Langley and see what they could do about protecting Maida. Expense account item 3, $10 for a double scotch on the rocks and a half-eaten dish of mame at the Coliseum bar. I don't think the bill would have run that high, but when I saw the face in the crowded bund outside the window, I didn't feel like waiting for change. Still looking for her, Langley?
What? Oh, it's you, Dollar.
Still looking for Maida?
Then you knew I came here to Koala to kill her.
That's the general impression I received, yeah.
It's a terrible thing. What a scheming woman can do to a man, Dollar. Terrible thing.
You want to tell me about it first, or do we go straight to the police?
Doesn't really matter now, does it?
Probably not.
There's a little garden across the square. I used to meet Maida there. Do you mind if we talk about it there?
Sounds like as good a place as any.
I don't know, Dollar. Maybe it's because I'm a weakling. Maybe it's because when a man marries late in life, as I did, it hits him harder when he learns that his wife no longer loves him.
You still think that's the real story?
I know it is. She and Crawford.
That's not the way she tells it, Langley.
I should have known better. A cheap dance hall tramp. She only married me for my money.
And you're convinced Maida and Crawford intended to murder you?
Oh, no. Don't underestimate my sweet, darling wife, Dollar. She didn't want me killed. Then Crawford could force her into marrying him. No. All she wanted was to have me adjudged mentally incompetent. Then she'd have control of my money and no strings attached. That's why she was so brazen about her affair with Crawford. Why they tried to break me down with all those threats against my life, fake those terrorist raids against the plantation. To make me crack, break down under the strain, commit some unreasoning act of violence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they almost succeeded. I came here to Koala today to kill Maida, to get rid of her once and for all. I couldn't see any other way out. No other answer for me.
Murder's never an answer for anything, Langley.
I'm not sure. I spent the whole afternoon walking the streets, thinking about it, trying to bring some semblance of sanity back into my life. I don't know, Dollar. Maybe I shouldn't have changed my mind. Maybe if I'd gone to that hotel and killed her. I don't know.
You still have the gun with you?
Yes. Yeah. Here it is.
Thanks. Well, the magazine's full. Gun doesn't look as though it's been fired.
Why should it? I told you I changed my mind about killing her, didn't I?
Yeah. So you did. I asked Langley to wait in the garden and went across to the Coliseum Hotel, where I made 3 quick phone calls. The first was to the Koala police. They told me the slugs they dug out of the wall in Maida's hotel room were .38 caliber. The second call was to the Sundown Plantation.
Yes, sir. That is correct. Juan Langley's wife left the plantation early yesterday morning.
And why did you tell me she disappeared?
It was at her request, sir. She said to tell everyone that. She was planning some surprise for Juan Langley.
Uh-huh. What about Crawford? Is he around?
No, sir. He left for Kuala Lumpur shortly after you did.
Did he say when he was coming back?
Yes, sir. He said he would return by midnight tonight.
Uh-huh. He had a gun with him, of course.
Yes, sir. He not only took his, but also Juan Langley's .38 caliber Webley.
The third call was to the room clerk of the hotel where the shots had been fired. His memory was still good concerning the man who'd registered as Harrison Langley. 6 feet tall, brown hair, heavy set, about 30. It was a perfect description of Crawford. I drove back to the garden in my armored Ford, picked up Langley, and we headed out on the jungle road leading back to the Sundown Plain. Sure, I'd get the proof I needed when we got there. But I was wrong. I got it when we were still 15 miles away.
Bullet!
Must have been a landmine.
Oh, if some poor devil ran over it in his car.
Well, we'll find out.
There it is, Dollar. An armored car. Blown clear off the road.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh. Dollar, is there any?
Not a prayer for either one.
The gun he's wearing. It's my Webley.
I know. He used it this afternoon. Looks like I was the target and not Maida.
So, she died out here like this. Instead. Cheap chorus girl. All she wanted was money. So she married for it. But that wasn't enough. She had to scheme and connive to break me down, destroy me. So it could be all hers, alone. Well, she didn't succeed, Dollar. And I'm well rid of her. She deserved to die like this by violence. Just another dead animal in the jungle.
Mr. Langley, let's...
Cheap, no-good tramp. That's all she was. Believe me, I'm well rid of her. Well rid of her. She deserved to die like this. Nothing but a cheap, gold-digging... Maida, darling, Maida.
Expense account item 4, $39.70. Hotel bill and incidentals in Kuala Lumpur. Expense account item 5, $1,083.25. Airfare and incidentals from Kuala Lumpur back to Hartford. Expense account total, $2,296.45. Remarks? Sorry I couldn't save you the loss on Maida Langley's death claim, but if it's any consolation, you're in good company. Everybody concerned seems to have lost something. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Friends, when you've got a package of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum with you, you're all set for refreshment and enjoyment at any time. At work, at home, in your car, wherever you are. Just slip a stick of delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum in your mouth and keep on with what you're doing. See how refreshing that lively spearmint flavor tastes, how it cools your mouth and helps keep your throat moist. Enjoy the good chewing, too. It'll make the time pass more pleasantly for you. And remember, chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum helps keep breath sweet and teeth clean. So it's a nice thing to have with you at all times. Get some next time you're at the store. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Sidney Marshall with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Howard McNear, Ben Wright, Jack Edwards, Bill Johnstone, Jack Moyles, and Virginia Gregg. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when from Hollywood, John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Hanley Conrad, Johnny.
Hello, Mr. Conrad. How are you?
Fine. Can you take a job?
No trouble at all.
Well, this is it. On Thursday of last week, we got a call from the New York police. They'd confiscated about $100,000 worth of rare gems. A man named Wells had been murdered, and they found the jewels in the water pipe beneath the sink.
Your company insure Wells?
No. One of our clients in Europe was robbed about 3 months ago.
The same jewels?
We think so, but we can't be positive. They've been removed from their settings, and some of the larger ones have been recut. The police are holding Mrs. Wells, and she claims the jewels are rightfully hers. She says neither she or her husband knew they were hidden in the water pipes. Well, unless it can be proved the jewels were stolen, she's just liable to end up with them.
Possession, huh?
Yeah. It's a funny one. When can you start?
I've started.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
For refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. When your mouth and throat feel hot and dry, a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you quick, long-lasting refreshment. The lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The chewing itself helps keep your throat pleasantly moist. Best of all, you can chew and enjoy refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum almost any time and any place. Keep a package handy right in your purse or pocket so you can chew a stick whenever you want it. For refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Millions enjoy it, and you will too.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, World Insurance and Indemnity Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Stanley Price matter. Expense account item 1, $21.85. Train fare and incidentals between Hartford and New York City after receiving from you the necessary information concerning the case. I arrived in New York at 10 o'clock that morning and went directly to police headquarters, where I looked up Captain Fred D., in charge of robbery detail.
Sit down, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks.
Glad to help you any way I can.
Well, if it isn't too much trouble, I'd like the whole thing from the beginning.
Sure. Last Thursday, we got a call from a man named Price, Stanley Price. Said if we came to 956 East 114th Street, we'd find $100,000 in stolen jewels. Then there was a shot, and the line went dead. When we got there, we found the dead man.
Wells?
Yeah, Robert Wells, shot twice in the head.
You're holding the wife?
Not since 8 o'clock this morning. We've got no evidence. No murder weapon, nothing. And, of course, she swears she knows nothing about it. Your company thinks the jewels belong to one of their clients.
Yeah, but they've been taken out of their settings and recut. Such a good job, they can't be identified.
Only one thing that ties in. Wells returned from Europe last Tuesday. Been over there for about 3 months. The robbery was abroad.
Yeah. Got anything on the man who gave you the tip?
Stanley Price? No, nothing much. We know a Stanley Price. We think it's the same man. He's small-time hood. Picked up a couple of times. No convictions. Been making book lately, but we can't prove it. Can't find him anywhere. We got an APB out on him.
And you released Mrs. Wells?
Yeah.
She living in the same place?
Well, she went back to the apartment. She's still there. We got it staked out.
Well, seems to me the first thing to do is find Stanley Price.
We'd like to.
I've got an old friend that knows all about small-time bookmakers. I'm going to drop by and have a talk with him.
Anyone I know?
Oh, probably. But he'd be hurt if I mentioned his name.
Hope you make out.
Now, what about the wife?
You going to see her?
After I take care of a few details. What's she like?
You won't mind a bit.
I left headquarters, checked into a hotel, then made arrangements to rent a car. At 12:30, I was pulling up in front of a brownstone in the village where an old friend lived. His name is Henri Duval, abstract painter and lover of Paris. Mutuals. Henri!
Who is it?
Come on, Henri, open up.
Go away.
It's Johnny Dollar, Henri.
I don't trust no one. My landlord is a man of many voices.
I'm not your landlord.
You remember my... Scout Honor?
Cross my heart.
Johnny, mon ami, Johnny.
I haven't much time. I need a favor.
Asseyez-vous. Alors, for you, a portrait costs only $50.
No pictures, Henri.
No pictures?
Ever heard of a man named Price? Stanley Price?
No.
Paid your rent?
Same answer.
I have a small $10 bill here.
Mon ami, you would attempt a lowly bribe?
Well, what do you know? Here's another 10.
You know, I would ask you to stay for lunch, but Greenbaum will not even let me look in his delicatessen window anymore.
25?
Bien. But I only do it because I have the love for Greenbaum.
Show a little interest in Stanley Price for a minute.
Stanley Price, here. Peasant.
He's a bookmaker?
Of a sort. He owes me $11.80. Marianne in the 8th at Hialeah by 8 lengths. Mon Dieu, such a filly.
Henri. Stanley Price.
Ah, oui, the low life.
Where can I find him?
Je ne sais pas.
Henri?
But it is the truth.
Scout's honor?
But of course. If I knew where the peasant was, would I not collect my $11.80? But of course, Scout's honor. Look, you see?
You're only holding up one finger.
Le Cub Scout.
Oh. When was the last time you heard from him?
When he took my $2 that wins for me the $11.80. And then he was in the fish business.
Fish business?
Ah, oui. I know because he brought me 2 halibut, which I promptly made into a magnificent bouillabaisse for my landlord. Terrible.
The stew?
No. Just the fish. Believe me, those 2 halibut were so old, they remembered Jonah.
Was he selling fish?
No. He was not selling fish. He was catching them. He had a boat. When I went down to collect my $11.80, the boat was not there.
Where did he keep the boat, Henri?
A disgusting place. It was called, a schooner landing. A place like that simply should not be. Do you know why? Stinks.
Well, thanks, Henri.
But you are leaving?
Yeah, you can unlock the door.
Wait. Alors, bonjour, mon ami.
Vive la France. I climbed back into the rented coupe and drove to the waterfront where I finally located Schooner Landing. A lot of small boats were tied up in slips, and an old man sat outside a shack at the head of the dock, sunning himself. Hello.
Hello?
You run this landing?
Yep.
You know a man named Price?
Stan Price?
Yep.
Yep.
Seen him lately?
Nope.
When was the last time you saw him?
You a cop?
Nope.
That's too bad.
Why?
He owes me a week's rent on a boat.
Skip out?
Yeah?
Understand he was fishing down here. That right?
Yep.
How long ago did he rent the boat?
2 weeks ago.
When did he skip out?
About a week.
Anything unusual about Things that he did?
Well, he weren't no fisherman.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, he didn't know the first thing about it. Fishing, that is. When he first rented my boat, he used to go out for 2 or 3 hours, come back with a couple of fish. He didn't have no gear to speak of, no live bait. Just a pole.
Well, didn't that seem kind of strange?
Weren't none of my business. He had a license.
You mean a regular fishing license or a commercial?
Yep.
Commercial?
Yep.
Did he do anything unusual the last day he was down here?
Well, don't know. He went out about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, was back here about 6:30. Only thing unusual about that, it's a funny time to do fishing.
What date was that?
Week ago, yes. Oh, no, wait, no. It's a week ago tomorrow, Wednesday.
Oh. Thanks, Pop.
You sure you ain't a cop?
Yep.
G-man?
Nope.
Don't say no more than you have to, do you?
Nope.
Bye, Sonny.
I left Schooner's Landing and made a beeline to the Bureau of Licenses, where I located the fishing license that had been issued to Stanley Price. It had his picture on it, and the clerk allowed me to take it. I thanked him, then climbed back into my car and headed for 956 East 114th Street and Mrs. Wells.
Yes?
My name is Dollar.
What can I do for you?
I get tongue-tied when I stand in a hall.
You want in?
That's it.
Why?
Ever see this picture before, Mrs. Wells?
Come in. The man in the picture, who is he?
Don't you know?
I've only seen him once. Oh, won't you sit down?
Thanks. Where did you see this man, Mrs. Wells?
He came to see my husband. He was leaving just as I arrived.
Your husband say who he was?
No, mentioned something about some business he had with him.
Well, if it makes any difference to you, this man in the picture is Stanley Price.
Oh, one the police are after. The man they think killed my husband.
The man who called and told the police about the jewels your husband hid in the water pipe.
You're from the police?
No. I'm an insurance investigator.
Oh.
Your husband just got back from Europe a week ago, didn't he?
Yes.
By boat?
Yes.
What day did he arrive?
Last Wednesday. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a man with such attractive eyes. They're really very unusual. Nice hair, too. So curling.
I'll stop back when I've got more time and we'll straighten it out.
Leaving?
Yes, I'm going home and have another talk with Dad.
Well, in case I might want to get in touch with you...
I'm staying at the Shelton. Oh, by the way, what time did your husband's boat dock?
5 o'clock.
Thanks.
Sure. Say hello to Dad.
I finally managed to get down to my car and drive back to the hotel. I called Lieutenant D and briefed him with what had happened to date. Then I went downstairs to get some lunch. As I crossed the lobby...
Don't turn around.
What is this?
Just keep looking straight ahead. I want something.
I was just going to have some lunch.
It'll keep.
Will it?
I haven't got much time. Give me the picture.
Oh.
Let's have it.
And if I don't?
Then you get shot right in the lobby of the Shelton Hotel.
Friends, no matter what kind of work you do, it's a real help to chew delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum right while you're working. When you're warm or tired, for instance, a lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor is really refreshing. It helps keep your mouth and throat feeling cool and moist. Chewing on that smooth, good-tasting piece of Wrigley's Spearmint makes the time pass more pleasantly, too. It seems to make your work go smoother and easier. Keep a package or two of Wrigley's Spearmint chewing gum handy all the time. Enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working and at other times. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing,
delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Let's have it.
Well, it's the only one of me on a bare rug facing east. What'll Mom say?
The picture of Stanley Price.
Okay.
That's being smart. Now, you stay put. Count 10 before you turn around. Believe me, Dollar, I mean it. I'll kill you if you move before 10.
You're being pretty silly, Price. They'll pick you up sure.
I don't think so.
Oh, by the way, Henri Duval says to thank you for the 1180.
1180? Oh, yeah, tell him it was nothing.
It sure wasn't.
Start counting.
1, 2, button my shoe. 3, 4, close the door. 5, 6, pick up 6. I counted to 20, just to be on the safe side. Any guy who'd stick a gun in my back in broad daylight in the middle of a hotel lobby was pretty desperate. I finished counting, put in a call to Henri Duval, then headed for the robbery division and Captain D.
Right in the hotel?
Yeah, not 10 minutes ago. I had that picture of Stanley Price from the fishing license.
No, I don't get it. What's so important about that picture? Certainly not the only one of Price. We got mugs on him in the file.
I got a big hunch. My boss said it was important to prove those jewels were stolen or have somebody positively identify them. That if this wasn't done in a certain amount of time, the jewels would automatically go to Mrs. Wells.
Well, that's right, under normal circumstances. If we couldn't prove they were stolen or that they belonged to someone else, we'd have to turn them over. But there are enough extenuating circumstances. The killing of Wells, the way the jewels were hidden in the pipes, a robbery in Europe, and Wells' subsequent return a short time later. We can hold on to them for a long time.
Don't.
What?
Do me a favor and turn them over to Mrs. Wells. I think it'll bust this thing wide open.
That's a big order.
Look, the guy who stuck me up in the lobby knew I had the picture. Somebody had to tell him where I was staying. Only people who knew that were you, Mr. Conrad from my company, and Mrs. Wells.
All right, Mrs. Wells told Price.
It wasn't Price.
It wasn't?
Not unless he paid Henri, that is a friend of mine, $11.80 in the last couple of hours.
Maybe he did.
He didn't. I checked.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm confused.
Yeah, so am I a little. But it figures something like this. Wells arrived last Wednesday by boat in the afternoon around 5.
That's right.
Stanley Price was being a fisherman then.
Okay.
He'd rented a boat, taken out a fishing license. The day that Wells arrived, Price went out in the afternoon, stayed about 2 hours, came back, and then disappeared.
Then Wells shows up with a sink full of jewels.
Right. Probably had them on the boat. Avoided customs by dropping them overboard, and Price picked them up.
Yeah, and Price could have killed him for them.
Oh, it doesn't make sense. Wells was killed in his own apartment.
Yeah?
If Price picked up the jewels out of the water, why go to Wells, give him the jewels, let him hide them in the sink, kill him, leave without getting them, and then call the police?
I'm convinced.
Another thing. The pickup was pretty carefully planned. Wells couldn't have done it all by himself. He was in Europe. Somebody here had to plan it. Someone who knew Wells had the jewels.
The wife.
Yeah, looks that way.
And the guy who stuck you up wasn't Price. Maybe there's a third party.
Yeah, could be, but I doubt it. I'd like to go down to the morgue and take a look at Wells.
Sure, I'll call him. Okay, Charlie.
Didn't help his face. How'd you get an identification?
The wife.
This isn't Wells.
It isn't?
This is Stanley Price.
You sure?
The picture on the fishing license. This is the same guy.
I'll have Mrs. Wells picked up.
And miss out on the big catch? Let me take the jewels over to her. It'll look official. Insurance company agent and everything. The captain was reluctant, but he agreed. We went back to headquarters, and he presented me with $100,000 in jewels. I left for Mrs. Wells' apartment, followed by 2 of New York's finest. The captain was agreeable, but cautious. The boys staked out across the street, and I went into the building and up to the apartment.
Hello.
I spoke with Dad.
Was his advice sound?
Oh, he just said there were bound to be days like this.
Then come in. Is this going to be business?
I come bearing gifts.
Oh?
I'm afraid the police can't keep these any longer.
The jewels?
Mm-hmm. There you are.
I don't understand.
Well, there's a little law after a certain time.
But the last time I talked with the police, they said they could impound them until my husband's murder was cleared up.
No, afraid not.
You mean I just get them? No strings?
Not a one.
Mr. Dollar. Sit down.
Sure.
Now, you work for the insurance company, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Well, my husband wasn't insured.
Oh, he should have been. Not that you need the money now, but just suppose you hadn't been lucky enough to have your sink stopped up with all those nice little jewels.
If my husband wasn't insured, why are you mixed up in this?
You really want to know?
Uh-huh.
My company thinks those jewels were stolen from one of our clients.
I just can't stop looking at your eyes. They're even bluer in this light.
Honey, get to it.
All right. I think something's real wrong.
Wrong?
Mm-hmm. I thought maybe you'd like to tell me what it's all about.
Well, you've got the jewels.
And what do you think I'm going to do with them?
Well, that's up to you, isn't it?
Your company thinks these jewels are stolen, and you're just turning them over to me.
Can't do anything else.
Mr. Dollar.
Johnny.
Mr. Dollar, it's too easy.
Disappointed?
Well, suspicious. I've been around a little while.
Somehow I guessed that.
And I think you're trying to put little Lois in a bind.
Really?
Yeah. And even if you've got the prettiest eyes in the whole wide world, I'm not going to let you.
You have something in mind?
Mm-hmm. Good night.
What? Oh! It landed right behind my right ear. I don't know what it was, but it was hard and it was cold. Whoever was on the other end of it had moved up behind the couch while Lois had kept me occupied. I went right to sleep and stayed that way for about 10 minutes. When I came to, I was all alone, except for a large swelling that was getting big enough to wear a hat. I stumbled downstairs and looked for the 2 policemen on stakeout, but they disappeared too. So I found a phone booth and put in a call to Captain D.
They're tailing the wife. Stillman just checked in and said they were with her downtown. She's doing some shopping on Fifth Avenue.
She's a decoy. She's leading your boys away from Wells.
Where are you?
In the Wells apartment. I got slugged about 10 minutes ago. Wells must have been in the apartment the whole time. After he put me to sleep, the wife probably left by the front door and led your boys downtown while Wells left by the back way.
Huh.
You can bet he's got the jewels. He'll try to get out of town.
I'll have every exit from the city covered.
Okay, but he's smart enough to know that. When you're through, meet me at Schooner's Landing.
Schooner's Landing?
Yeah. My guess is Wells is going to take a boat ride. It was about 4:30 in the afternoon when I arrived at Schooner's Landing. The old man was walking up from the slips.
Hello, Sonny.
Pop, which boat was Stanley Price renting?
That one. Just getting ready to go out. I just got through gassing her up. Fella paid me Price's back rent. Wait, there's something wrong?
Bob, Dollar.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Wells.
Bob!
Drop the gun, Dollar. Drop it!
The police are right behind me.
Okay. Sit down.
You taking him?
He's an insurance man. He's going to be our insurance. If the police try anything, I'm going to shoot you, Dollar. Hold the gun on him while I get us out of here.
I thought you were shopping on Fifth Avenue.
I was. Those 2 policemen that were following me probably still think I'm trying on lingerie.
That's what happens when the police force hires gentlemen.
How's your head?
Uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll bet.
Boys,
Yeah?
take over the wheel. Keep it headed right for the breakwater light. Know anything about boats?
They float.
It's going to be a long ride. It'll be pretty rough when we hit open water.
You're Robert Wells, aren't you?
That's right. How'd you figure it?
I saw Price in the morgue. Your wife identified him as you, but the picture on the fishing license showed he was Price. You didn't know whether I was working with the law or not, but you had to get the picture to give yourself enough time to get out of the country.
I knew the damage you could do if it got to the police.
Why did you kill Price?
He wanted 50% to fence the stuff. I said no and then caught him phoning the police. Had to kill him.
So you put your papers on him and told your wife to identify him as you.
The jewels were in the pipes under the sink. I knew the law would be there in 10 minutes, so I had to take a chance they wouldn't find him.
Bob, there's a boat coming up pretty fast.
So what?
I hate to spoil the party, but I think it's the Coast Guard.
Bob!
Shut up and stay with that wheel.
It looks like the police.
Shut up! All right, Dollar. Get up on the bow.
Oh, I'll get seasick.
Move. I want him to see you.
Look, I don't swim very well. How about if I take this life preserver?
Put it down. Sure.
Stay right there, honey.
Stop your boat. Heave to.
Better do like the man says.
Come on, Dollar. Stop that boat.
All right. Keep your barnacles on. Expense account item 2. $8.75 for a big dinner that made up for the lunch I'd missed. After that, I went back to the hotel and got myself 12 hours of a good night's sleep. Expense account item 3, the $25 I'd bribed Henri Duval with. The last time I saw him, he was in Greenbaum's delicatessen, spending the money with his arm around Greenbaum. They were both smiling. Expense account items 4 and 5, $42.15, car rental and hotel bill. Item 6, $15.65, train fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $113.40. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Remember, friends, for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The taste of fresh spearmint is cooling and delightful, and there's lots of it in every stick of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. It freshens your mouth, helps keep your throat moist, and sweetens your breath besides. You'll enjoy the good chewing, too, because Wrigley's Spearmint is so smooth and pleasant to chew on. There's nothing else quite like it. Next time you're at the store, stop at your friendly merchant's display of chewing gum and get a few packages of good-tasting Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Always keep some handy for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were John Stevenson, Kenny Delmar, Jay Novello, Howard McNear, and Mary Shipp. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when from Hollywood, John Lund returns as... Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Earl Poorman, Johnny, down here in Sarasota.
Earl, you're a dog.
What?
A couple of weeks ago, when you dragged me down there to Florida, I thought you were going to take me out in the Gulf for some of those kingfish.
Well, now, Johnny,
Instead, we ended up fishing a body out of the bayou.
What, now, you don't think I planned that?
No, I was only kidding. But if you're calling me about going down there for some fishing this time, well, are you?
Well, maybe we can get out in the Gulf while you're down here.
While I'm down there for what?
To find out what's happened to a policyholder of ours.
Uh-oh. Another one of those mysterious disappearance things?
No. I want you to find out, if you can, whether it was suicide or murder.
Oh. I'll grab the first plane I can.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston gives you real flavor, full, rich tobacco flavor. Winston's easy drawing too. The flavor comes right through to you. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
A modern filter? Sure, Winston has it. But that's only the beginning of a Winston. Up front, up where it really counts, Winston packs exclusive filter blend. Light, flavorful tobaccos, specially selected and specially processed for filter smoking. Filter blend. That's why it's fun to smoke Winston, America's best-selling filter cigarette.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Sarasota, Florida office of Tri-State Life and Casualty Insurance Company. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the fancy Bridgework matter. Expense account item 1, $79 even, plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to the International Airport at Tampa. Then a ferry plane to Sarasota, where I was met by Earl Porman, as usual, in a brand new air-conditioned car.
You know something, Johnny? If I'd had any sense, I'd have met you in Tampa.
Oh? Why do you say that, Earl?
Well, because this murder, if it really was a murder, occurred on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, about 28 or 29 miles north of town.
Yeah, I wondered why we were heading north on the Tamiami Trail. But you say if it was murder.
Well, if it was suicide, Johnny, if you can prove it, well, it'll take the company off the hook for some $40,000.
Uh-huh. Who was the victim, the insured?
A worthless tin-horn gambler by the name of Alfie Garber.
Tin-horn, huh?
What?
Well, he must have had something to pay the premium on $40,000 worth of insurance.
He paid exactly one of those premiums, Johnny.
Well, what happened?
You remember the dog racing track south of town?
Yeah, my pocketbook still carries a couple of scars from it.
Well, Alfie's been losing his shirt out there night after night. He's not only borrowed everything he can get his hands on, moved into a third-rate motel, but, well, he sold most of his wife's jewelry.
Uh-huh.
They've been practically living on handouts. Police think maybe he's responsible for a couple of robberies around town, but they haven't been able to prove anything. In other words, Alfie's been in pretty bad shape, mentally as well as financially. His wife told a doctor she was afraid he might commit suicide. So you got the picture?
Yeah, I got it. Go on, Earl.
Well, last night, he and another punk by the name of Luke Thrasher got into a big fight there at the track. Luke is a pretty bad actor, by the way.
And how do you mean that, Earl?
Oh, there have been a couple of unexplained murders of people who tried to cross him up back in the past.
By unexplained, you mean they couldn't pin them on him?
Exactly. Oh, here now, we're on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge.
Yeah, well, what'd they fight about?
Seems Alfie had welched on a bet, a big one. And Luke told him if he didn't get out of town, he'd kill him.
So?
3 or 4 o'clock this morning, Alfie's wife was at police headquarters asking him to please find her missing husband. He hadn't come home from the track. No message from him, nothing.
Is she the beneficiary of this policy?
Yeah, she is. And Johnny, she's just about as worthless a character as her husband.
Uh-huh.
Todd Swam down at the Chamber of Commerce has been trying to figure some legitimate way to get them both out of Sarasota.
Well, is there any reason to think Alfie didn't take the hint and just leave town?
He was pretty scared of Luke Thrasher, made no bones about it. He asked me, he had reason to be. So when she reported him missing, the police hauled Luke off to the clink.
Figured he'd carried out his threat, huh?
Until this morning, just before I called you.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, now here we are, coming to the center span of this bridge.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Well, look, what made the police change their
highest
mind?
span of any bridge in the state, Johnny.
So I've heard. But look, you didn't answer my question.
Bridge is 15 miles long and over 100 feet high up there.
Yeah, I see that.
Several suicides off this thing,
Well,
Johnny.
what has that got to do with Alfie Garber?
You see the police car parked just ahead?
Wow.
The reason they're looking things over is because that car in front of theirs is Alfie Garber's, right where he left it.
And they figure he took the jump.
A fishing boat down below found his hat and his jacket floating around in the bay.
Oh, well, that doesn't prove suicide, Earl.
Doesn't prove murder, either.
Keep moving there, mister. Keep moving.
Hi, Lieutenant.
What? Oh, you, Mr. Foreman. I kind of thought you'd be out here for a look at things.
Lieutenant Dodge, this is Johnny Dollar. He's a special investigator.
Sure, Mr. Dahl. I'm glad to see you again.
Yeah, hiya, Lieutenant.
Well, looks like now we got something to work on around here. You will work with us, won't you?
Why not?
Well, wait a minute. What did you mean, Lieutenant?
Mr. Foreman, we haven't found the body yet, but the evidence, mostly a torn piece of shirt and some blood we found here on one of the girders.
Blood?
Yeah, and a lot of scuff marks and things. Oh, there's no question there was a struggle before Garber was tossed off into the bay. A big one.
Murder, huh?
No question about it, Mr. Dollar.
Well, then, Earl, it looks like your company's going to have to pay off the beneficiary. And my expense account, of course.
Oh, now, why bring that up?
But as long as I'm here, you mind if I look at that evidence you mentioned, Lieutenant?
Help yourself, Dollar.
So I did. The marks of a struggle, the patches of blood on the girder, even the hat and the coat that had been recovered from the body. And I was inclined to agree with Lieutenant Dodge. That is until...
Huh? What is it?
Wait a minute. Let me see this jacket again.
Well, it's just an ordinary old tweed jacket, Dollar, and it's his all right. I checked it out with his wife.
Yeah? Is she all broken up about him?
Oh, not particularly. Luke Thrasher died, she might have been.
I see. No bullet holes or tears in this thing.
Well, so he must have taken it off before the struggle.
But, what about this?
What? Oh, why, that's just a feather from one of those seagulls that are flying around here all the time.
Is it?
Well, isn't it?
Or is it a clue that Alfie Garber wasn't murdered after all?
Huh?
Yeah. Give a thought to that, Lieutenant.
Now, just a minute, Dollar. How can this little feather prove that Alfie Garber wasn't murdered?
Why, I didn't say a thing about proof, Lieutenant.
Okay, you said clue.
From a seagull, huh?
What else? Well, what's the difference?
Yes, what are you getting at, Johnny?
Hey, Earl, does old Doc Crutcher still live up the street from you?
Still does. Why?
Now, wait a minute, Dollar.
Yes, Lieutenant.
You're going to work with me on this, huh?
Absolutely.
Then you mind telling me why this feather's got you all excited?
Well, I'm not exactly sure yet. You mind if I scrape a little of the blood off this girder?
I sure do. That blood will be wanted for identification, for comparison.
You mean if you find Garber's body?
We'll find it, all right. We have to drag the whole bay.
Good luck.
Now, Dollar...
Hey, swing us around, Earl, and head us back to Sarasota. Come on, swing us around.
A, U-turn in the middle of this bridge?
Mr. Pullman's right, Dollar.
Go right ahead, Earl. I'm sure the lieutenant will be glad to hold back the traffic for us.
Whatever you say, John.
Okay, make a U-turn. I'll hold things up for you. But, Dollar...
Attaboy.
But if I didn't like you, I didn't think you could help me with this.
Holy... I thought he was going to hold up traffic for us.
Yeah. Well, if he isn't any better at solving murders, he is going to need help on this case.
Huh? Well, I thought you didn't think it was murder.
Of course, it's only a hunch, Earl.
Because of that silly little feather you found?
But if that came from a seagull, I'll eat my shirt.
Look, will you please tell me what you're up to?
After Dr. Crutcher looks over this sample of blood the lieutenant so kindly provided. Drive on, Earl.
Dr. Les Crutcher, there on St. Armand's Key, is one of the most able men with a microscope I've ever known. He poured us a couple of drinks, took the blood sample, and retired to the tiny laboratory there at the back of his house. Then, after about 15 minutes... Now, Johnny, listen Oh, to me. relax, Earl, relax, and enjoy your drink. We may have to do some traveling around when the doc gets through with that specimen.
Well, like where?
If my hunch is right, that is. Well, Doc, what'd you find out?
Johnny, putting that under a lens took me back to the old days before I got my MD, when I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life as a veterinarian.
Chicken blood, huh?
What?
That's right. Though whatever made you think it was...
Well, then that feather was a chicken feather?
I kind of thought maybe it was, Earl. Now I'm sure.
Well, then Alfie Garber wasn't murdered at all. Those marks of a struggle, the blood up there on that bridge, his hat and his coat, they were just planted there. Alfie planted them there.
Which means the police can forget their earlier suicide theory, too, doesn't it?
Right. Alfie staged the whole thing to make it look like murder so his wife could collect his insurance.
Kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
So all his wife has to do is collect the insurance, then meet him somewhere, and they'll be $40,000 richer. At least that's what she thinks. Only she's wrong. They're both wrong. Right, Johnny?
One sure way to prove it out, Earl.
Yes? How?
Sure. Find Alfie Garber. Sure. Easy, Lieutenant. Just find Alfie Garber.
So we're right back where we started from.
Yep.
Only trouble is that by now he could be 1,000 miles away. Well, at least it takes that insurance company of yours off the hook.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kind of lets Luke Thrasher off the hook, too. Means his alibi really was airtight.
His alibi?
Yeah, Luke had witnesses to prove he was here in town at the time Alfie's car was left up on that bridge.
Oh, I see.
So I'd better arrange for Luke's release, I guess. Only hope he doesn't make trouble over being locked up.
Well, now, those kinds seldom do, Lieutenant. They're usually smart enough to try to keep peace with you boys.
He is a smart one, all right. Maybe if I butter him up a bit.
Hey, look. I borrowed one of Earl Pullman's cars. When you let Luke Thrasher out, tell him there's a car and chauffeur waiting to take him anywhere he wants to go.
Okay, Johnny. Thanks.
As I drove Luke to his little motel out south of town near the track, I hoped he might come up with some kind of a lead on Alfie Garber. After all, he followed the same route year after year, made the same contacts. But I didn't get much help from him. Quite the contrary.
Dollar, if I knew where to look for that punk, I might go after him myself.
Oh? Why, Luke?
I could kill that cheap little Welshie. Only, what's your interest in him?
His attempt to defraud an insurance company.
Oh? Slow down.
Sure.
What are you, anyway?
I'm a special investigator for the insurance
Stop
company.
the car, Dollar.
What?
I said stop the car.
What's the matter, Luke?
Private investigator, huh?
That's right.
That means you're a cop, and me, I don't like cops, public, private, any kind. So keep away from me, Dollar, if you want to stay healthy.
Oh?
Yeah. Listen, Dollar.
I'm listening.
You ever hear that maybe I killed a couple of guys one time and got away with it?
I heard. What about it, Luke?
Just remember that, Dollar. Just remember that.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Meet star Stuart Irwin.
Nothing's worse for an actor than a nasty cold. To feel better quickly, I take wonderful 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve cold distress.
Right. Tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. 4-way starts in minutes to relieve muscular pains, headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
Take my advice. For your next cold, take 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve those cold miseries.
4-way, only 29 cents.
Now, here's a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. To get rid of embarrassing dandruff in 3 minutes, change to Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep unsightly dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair, rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Then rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch and embarrassing dandruff's gone. At the same time, Fitch can brighten hair up to 35%. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today. And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the fancy Bridgework matter.
Hunches.
Sometimes my salvation, sometimes the bane of my existence. It was a hunch that led to the discovery that all the evidence Alfie Garber had been murdered and thrown off the bridge, that all that evidence was trumped up, phony, obviously to mislead anyone looking for Alfie. And now I had a couple of hunches about Luke Thrasher. One, that his warning to stay out of his way was due to more than a simple hatred of cops. Two, well, this was a real wild one. But in spite of what he'd said, I had the distinct feeling he could somehow put me on Alfie Garber's trail. It was late by the time I got to Earl Portman's house on St. Armand's Key. He and his wife had gone to bed. I poured myself a nightcap and sat down on the floor of the room to think things out. Huh? Hello?
Earl, is Johnny Dollar there with you?
Who's that?
Oh, Johnny?
Yeah.
Well, this is Doc Crutcher. Listen, there was something about that blood specimen you brought me, that chicken blood.
Yeah?
I wasn't sure at the time, so I put it back under the microscope. And I found traces in it of a trypanosomus virus. Very seldom found here in the South.
So what about it, Doc?
So I checked with some of the local vets to see if any of them knew whose poultry flock might have it around here. I thought such information might be of help to you.
You were so right.
And, Johnny, that chicken could only have come from the farm of Andrew Palucci out on Bee Ridge Road.
Good for you, Doc. Mr. Palucci is about to have a late visitor.
Yeah. What do you want? Don't you know what time it is?
Yeah, and I'm sorry to get you out of bed.
Oh, sure.
Look, my name is Johnny Dollar. I want to know if a man named Alfie Garber bought a chicken from you yesterday.
Huh? You waking me up in the middle of the night and
tell me, did he?
No, he didn't. No, it was his wife. She bought the chicken.
Oh, his wife?
That's right. Her and that man,
What man?
That'll Luke.
Luke?
That's all right, Luke. So what's your business you come around this way?
Just don't worry about that.
Don't worry, huh? You get me out of bed, you wake my chicken?
Hey, look, I said I'm sorry.
Oh, sure, wiser guy.
Now, wait a minute. What do you
I'll
get so...
report you to the cops, you come around this way.
Well, why don't you do just that? Good night, Mr. Palucci.
You think I wouldn't, you wiser guy?
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, what do you want this time of night?
You, Mrs. Garber?
Huh?
You mind if I come in?
Now, just a minute, mister.
I want you as an accessory to the murder of your husband.
Me? What are you talking about?
Real smart, you and Luke Thrasher. Real palsy-walsy with him, weren't you? How long had you and Luke been planning this?
What do you mean, mister? You crazy? Who are you?
Racetrack bums, all three of you.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Alfie was losing his shirt, but Luke was doing all right. He was loaded. So what to do about Alfie, who was giving you nothing but grief? Get rid of him.
You're crazy. I asked you, who are you?
You made it known that Alfie was in bad shape, that he talked about committing suicide. And that's probably what gave you the idea for the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. There have been several suicides from it.
That's what the cops said, isn't it? Alfie took the jump.
Wrong. Because making it look like suicide would keep you from collecting his insurance.
Now, listen,
so it had to be a clear case of murder. That's why you spilled the chicken blood around when you left his car up there. You, Mrs. Garber, yeah, you. After making sure that Luke Thrasher had an alibi, could prove he was in town at the time you left the car on the bridge.
You're making a crazy guess, that's all.
Oh, pretty good guess, isn't it? Because what it means is that Alfie was killed sometime before you left that so-called evidence up there. Evidence that would make it impossible to pin the murder on Luke.
You think you can prove that?
Why not? Or would you rather have me prove that you killed your husband?
Me?
Well...
No, listen.
They've told me Luke is mighty clever, maybe even clever enough to have made you commit the murder.
No, I didn't. I swear it.
You can't say you didn't have plenty of opportunity.
Mister, listen to me.
Yeah? Well, go on. Tell me. How did you kill him? Where did you put his body?
No, I didn't do it.
Then if you don't want to burn for it, you got to prove that. Can you? Well?
Yeah, because Luke killed him. Luke did it.
Can you prove that? Now, where's the body? I'm sure it wasn't dumped off the bridge, because if they'd find the body, they might be able to find the bullet holes or some other mark that would lead them to Luke Thrasher. So where'd he hide the body? Come on, baby, you better talk. What?
Alfie Garber's body is right where yours is going to be, Dollar.
Huh?
Take his gun away from him, Lena.
Oh, yeah, sure, Luke. I got it.
You know so much it's got to be curtains for you, Dollar. Yeah, in tight in the middle of your back so it don't make any noise.
Go on, no killing.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Rose, drop the gun. You better drop it, Luke, or so help me, I'll pull this trigger. You two, sisters, go ahead. All right, you want to pick him up, Johnny?
Indeed I do, Lieutenant. Okay, now you two up against the wall. Hands up high and against the wall.
That's the stuff, Johnny.
And just what brought you around here?
A complaint by one of our citizens. Seems that one Andy Palucci owns a poultry farm. Well, he was a little bit annoyed by the way you got him out of bed a while ago just to find out that these two bought a chicken from him yesterday. So he called us up to report you. Just like you suggested to him.
Bless Andy Palucci.
Now, if you'll just help me climb in this window, I'll take care of these two for you.
Luke Thrasher, in spite of all the pressure they put on him, still refused to talk. So it was Lena Garber who finally broke down and told the police where they could dig up Alfie's body. And yeah, the bullets in him came from the gun that Luke had held on me. So it's up to the courts. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford? Well, call it $200. And you know something? I finally managed to get in some of that real great fishing in the Gulf with Earl Portman. Really great. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Constipation is something people don't talk about much, but it can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Well, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say.
A laxative should be effective, gentle, as close to natural acting as possible, and a medicine that can be used with complete confidence.
Now, X-Lax has been popular with many doctors and millions of people over the years because pleasant-tasting chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is gentle. Next morning, it gives you the closest thing to natural action. And that's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity, gently, overnight. Is X-Lax in your medicine cabinet?
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the wrong man matter. A case with a real twist at the end of it. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Vic Perrin, Barney Phillips, Edgar Staley, Peter Leeds, and Frank Gerstle. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cumberly speaking.
Suspense follows on the CBS Radio Network.
As you smoke a Duke, you get a sense of ease and comfort that grows with every puff. Because new king-size Duke is king-size in the filter, where it matters most.
Radio 59, WROW. You know, we're all not experts on suits or stoves or automobiles, so before spending any money, we find out what makes one good. Aren't schools much more important? Shouldn't we know what a good school is really like? A free new booklet helps you to do this important job. It's called Yardsticks for Public Schools, published by the National Citizens Council for Better Schools. It suggests ways of sizing up a school and of ensuring a better education for your children. Send a card today for your free copy. Write Yardsticks and your name and address on a card. Mail it to Better Schools, 9 East 40th Street, New York, 16, New York. That's Better Schools, 9 East 40th Street, New York 16, New York.